All right, we're back. Thank you for that quick little break there. So, Brian, you were explaining what the awards show was like 20 years ago. So, how has it evolved over the years?
Yeah, it's developed in a bunch of different ways. Obviously, we've tried to keep the categories more current. We did kind of have too many categories to begin with.
It's an easy thing to get away with, right?
Yeah, because again, we wanted to recognize. Typically, what would happen in a game award show is there would be an award for best audio, and that was it.
Yeah, which is ridiculous.
Right, because we are so many disciplines, right? There's the in addition to all of the creative sides, there's all the technical sides and interactivity and technical things. But yeah, we had a best commentary in a sports game category, I think, the first year. We had like some hardware awards and things like that. So yeah, we trimmed them down a little bit. And again, the rise of indie games was a big deal.
Huge, yeah.
Again, when the organization started, there really was no such thing as an indie game.
Right.
And now, of course, today, I think 500 games are uploaded to the App Store every single day.
Oh, man.
In addition to Steam, right? Because Steam was announced at GDC 2002, but that was just as a service to help update its own games.
Right.
It didn't start hosting third-party games for another few years. So it really wasn't until 2007, 2008 that indies started to take off a little bit. And now, of course, they're huge. That was also about the time that Roger Ebert said games could never be art. And I think a lot of independent game developers are like,
we'll show you.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I remember showing some of those early indie games to people who had no idea how the industry had changed. Braid, showing someone Braid, or showing someone Flower, or even Bastion back in those early days. Those games were so different than what we were accustomed to, and it's really amazing that in 20 years, things can change so much.
Exactly.
And that you've been here through it all.
Yeah, so we added the category, the indie category, probably about 7 or 8 years ago. And then we actually expanded the indie categories more recently because they have been, the phrase we use is triple I, right? There's triple A and there's triple I now. So that's been amazing. The other thing that we've cool is to recognize is, and I forgot what year we added this, it was probably 6 or 7 years ago, is cover and remixes, because some of the people that do covers of game music, they're just magnificent pieces of work. And so we wanted to recognize those as well.
Yes, a fine addition, in my opinion, especially too, because it honors the people who honor the music, right? In a different way. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Well, Brian, how has the organization of G.A.N.G itself evolved? One thing, that when I think of the Game Audio Network Guild, I think of mentorship and access to professionals and things along those lines. But of course, the organization does a lot. So talk about the evolution of G.A.N.G over the last 20 years.
Yeah. So when we first started, one of the big things that we like to tout was our, community website. This was before Facebook. It was before Twitter. It was before Instagram. It was, Usenet groups were about as, if you were on AOL, that was kind of still a thing.
Good thing you're all a bunch of nerds and you can set stuff like that up, right?
Exactly.
I mean that with all the love in my heart, of course.
And of course, as just the computer industry has evolved and things like Facebook and Twitter and Instagram and TikTok have come around, and not to mention people can create their own websites and Discord and Slack and so on. This ability to communicate and foster online community became less of a focus for us because there were a lot of great avenues for that elsewhere. And we weren't not the only pre-social media social website to do that. I know the Grammys have had the same issue where once these other more ubiquitous social media platforms came around, they changed their focus a little bit to not be so much on that. So we around that time we centered our 4 pillars of networking, advocacy, education, and recognition. We started the G.A.N.G Scholars Program, which it's a mentorship program that matches students with industry professionals who have a lot of experience, and also provides conference, passes to events like GDC, Develop Brighton, Game Sound Con. So it kind of to help foster the next generation coming up. The industry has gotten old enough that some of us are getting up there a little bit, and it's time to sort of pay it forward. Mm-hmm. So a lot of the work for G.A.N.G has been involved with that. We've also been trying really hard to, through diversity initiative, which was started by our former VP, Becky Allen, to, deliberately and specifically try to increase visibility of, non-white males in games, right? 20 years ago, it was pretty difficult to find somebody who was very diverse in game audio. So we've been proud of that initiative as well.
And expansion across the globe, right?
Yeah, our new secretary is, hi, Atsushi. It's from formerly of Square Enix, but he recently took over at CD Projekt Red. So he's born in Tokyo and now living in Poland. Wow. And so we are definitely looking to increase our sort of international footprint a little bit. We also added a specific committee for the G.A.N.G Awards to make sure that international titles aren't overlooked. So there are a number of people, Will Roger, Mason Lieberman, so on. Once all the nominees are in, they're like, hey, are there any titles that kind of fell off the radar internationally that we should make sure get looked at for the G.A.N.G Awards?
Well, I mean, there's so much made overseas, right? I mean, Tencent itself is one of the largest companies in the world, and they make fantastic games. So, and some of those we just never see. Some of them, it's hard to even find the soundtrack for, right?
Right. So, yeah. And a lot of our North American members do also. I've played bass on some tracks for that for Arc Knights.
Nice.
And it's sometimes difficult to see them in the wild because they're not released here.
Right. Yeah. Well, Brian, we've just got about 60 seconds or so left. I mean, what more do you want to say about G.A.N.G before we start this show?
No, we're just really excited to be 20 years old. I don't think if 20 years ago you had, gone around the room and said, what's the organization going to look like in 20 years? What's the industry going to look like in 20 years? We would have ever imagined the explosion of the industry as it was. And, we try to keep current. We try to keep up. We can always use help. We are a nonprofit organization that if you have an initiative, you have something you think G.A.N.G should be doing, as a member, by all means, contact us. We'll probably have you write up a 2-page proposal that specifies what it does. But if you're interested in spearheading something, we're more than welcome to sit and listen.
Awesome.
So I probably should get the show started here, speaking of which.
Let's do it. Well, without any more comments, let's all enjoy the 2022 Game Audio Network Guild Awards. Thanks so much, Brian.
Thank you so much, Emily.
No point in my career has existed outside of a relationship with G.A.N.G. This is where it's happening.
I got so much from G.A.N.G to help my own career, and now I've been able to go back and help so many other people with their career.
Being a part of G.A.N.G has been critical for my success.
G.A.N.G for me is really about being part of something that's bigger than all of us collectively together are.
It inspires me. It educates me.
G.A.N.G to me is family.
Supporting our 4 pillars of network, education, advocacy, and recognition.
We have an awards program every year. It's the most prestigious awards program in game audio.
There are, discounts on a variety of different pieces of software and tools.
We have what we call the G.A.N.G Perks page. And this is a collection of discounts or specials for our members that we've negotiated with some of our industry partners.
Every single game that I've ever worked on came out of a relationship that I developed through G.A.N.G.
It's a terrific community of like-minded people. It's a community where I have felt at home, I have felt embraced.
Our leadership in the industry, our ability to influence the rest of the games industry, I think is really harnessed by G.A.N.G.
G.A.N.G has done more than any other organization or trend or anything that I can think of, has raised the profile of audio in the games industry.
Getting to know people, having people understand who you are, what you do.
Any question that I have that I don't have the answer to, I know that I can turn to my colleagues in G.A.N.G and ask them the question.
I think one word is community.
The learning component is huge.
To learn, to grow, to network, to be engaged with other people and other peers.
It opens up so many avenues and opportunities for people to rise in the business.
The only way for us to be a community is for people to be part of a community.
It should feel like you're kind of coming home to your family of some sort. And I think G.A.N.G manages to do that.
It is to simply be part of something bigger.
I'm just very lucky to be here, and I deeply appreciate everything that G.A.N.G has done for me.
Please enjoy this special presentation from our diamond sponsor, Formosa Group. Please enjoy a special presentation from our diamond sponsor, Elias Software.
Hi, I'm Christopher. When I was at my first G.A.N.G Awards many years ago, I was so amazed of all the talented but friendly and helpful people I met. I realized this industry was built on curiosity and innovation. I also decided that I want to be on this stage just once. But then my life took a turn and I started Elias together with my co-founder Philip NFL. This was built on my ideas of how to evolve adaptive game music. Now we are releasing Elias 4 and it's a completely different story. We are inviting all audio designers on board now, and this is really a team effort. So I would like to thank Philip, Andreas, Martin, Eric, Johan, Fredrik, Anton and Anton, Adam, Stefan, Luis, Björn, Vlad, Cameron, Dushica, Bibi, and all our consultants over the years, and of course former co-workers Staffan and Måns. So actually I got to stand on this stage, but as a sponsor. Yeah, I also got nominated for my music for It Takes Two, but here's Elias 4.
You've already experienced our adaptive music engine in the games you love. Now it's time for us to expand and modernize the way you work with sound design as well. Here is Elias 4. The authoring tool is powered by visual scripting. It enables creativity and control without being overwhelming. File system monitoring eliminates tasks like importing and converting, and there's no need to export or build banks. Create, test, and improve in real time. No need to restart or reload. Just change, add, or remove and hear your work instantly. Use any game engine. Connect us to your DAW. Use our API to add your own ideas and workflows. Be a part of building the future of game audio.
Looks like the main power cells are fried. Auto shutdown. Triggering survival mode. I'm going to try to overwrite. Okay. If you can hear me in there, I hope you're ready. Please don't die. Please don't.
There she is.
Welcome back, Chief.
Yo, Chief, where to, huh?
I'm looking for the fastest way out of this place.
Hello, my friend. Boom.
Hell of a fireworks show.
No one is going to believe this.
Do you see what I see? So much potential.
You think crushing the beat is all it takes to stop me?
I mean, yes.
We got this.
Isn't this exciting? We're the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Gardeners of the Galaxy?
I'm not supposed to be here.
This is unfortunate.
Welcome to the 20th Annual Game Audio Network Guild Awards. Please welcome the President of the Game Audio Network Guild, Brian Schmidt.
Welcome to the 20th Annual Game Audio Network Guild Awards. I'm Brian Schmidt, President of the Game Audio Network Guild. We were certainly hoping to be back in person this year, but here we are again online. Before we start, I would like to offer special thanks to those on the awards committees who spent hundreds of hours listening to and playing the hundreds of submissions, and to everyone who participated by voting themselves. And with that, I would like to hand things off to your host for the evening. Please take it from here, Jason E. Kelley.
What's cracking? And welcome. I'm Jason E. Kelley. You probably know me better as Colt Vaughn from the breakout hit Deathloop, and I'll be your host this evening. Now, we've come a long way since Pong in the 70s, Tecmo Bowl and Dragon's Lair in the 80s, Super Mario in the 90s, and whatever awesome games we all started playing in the 2000s and beyond. Congratulations on this 20th anniversary of the Gang Awards. Now, I'm told the very first Gang Awards show back at the Fairmont Hotel was notable for its verboseness. It was a long show, 3.5 hours. I love game music and sound design, and I gotta say, even I think I would have been checking my watch. That year, Medal of Honor cleaned up with a heartwarming acceptance speech by Michael Giacchino, accepting both Audio of the Year and Music of the Year. Looking back at some of the awards makes us realize how much has changed. In the Best Audio Hardware category, yes, that was a thing. DigiDesign Digi-002 took home the honors. The Best New Audio Technology Award went to the long-forgotten Xbox Audio Creation Tool, better known as Exact. And some categories were, shall we say, less memorable. Who can forget the Best Website Audio category? It seems the Gang website won that one. Over the past 2 decades, the industry has changed in ways almost too numerous to count. 20 years ago, Microsoft finally convinced the world that they were serious about this Xbox thing, and the console wars were on. At the time of the first G.A.N.G Awards, it would be another 6 years before anyone would hear of an app, and more than that, before anyone would consider their phone, a phone, to be a serious gaming device. 2 decades ago, tools we now take for granted like Wise, Fmod Studio, and Elias didn't even exist. We've seen changes to the industry and technology on an incredible scale with MMOs, esports, MOBAs, VR, AR, and incredibly powerful audio systems. We've seen the indie scene go from being mostly for hobbyists to becoming a serious part of the industry. Yet, despite these incredible changes in technology, platforms, and even the business side of the industry, at a fundamental level, the essence of what we all do and what we create has remained unchanged. Using music, sound, and dialogue to take gamers on a journey. Whether the sound comes from a virtuoso performing a composer's score, the intimate interplay between a voiceover director and their actor, or the technical sound designer who can create the complex systems to ensure the sound, music, and dialogue are delivered to the player in precisely the right way during the game. It is in this spirit that for the past 20 years, we have collectively recognized excellence in game audio with the annual Game Audio Network Guild Awards. And with that, let's begin.
The nominees for Best Cinematic and Cutscene Audio are Returnal, Diablo 2 Resurrected,
You can't change your past.
Call of Duty Vanguard, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, Halo Infinite, It Takes Two,
This year's G.A.N.G Award for the Best Cinematic and Cutscene Audio goes to Returnal.
Hello. Thanks so much for the award for Best Cinematic and Cutscene in Audio. We are super grateful. I just want to thank Harry, Greg, and the team at Housemarque for their creative vision and trust. The cinematics were amazing to work with. It was great material to design to. I also want to shout out to Togo and Jeremy, and Pedro and Ray from XDev. Big thanks to our Creative Arts US leadership team as well, with Phil, Jeremy, and Leilani. And shout out to Rob Blake for his guidance, and Sweet Justice and Pit Stop. We couldn't have done it without all of you. So yeah, thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Bye. Bye.
The nominees for Best Audio for a Casual or Social Game are Harry Potter, Magic Awakened,
The weight of justice hangs heavy.
Hearthstone, Mercenaries,
I must know more.
PUBG Mobile, Arcane, Honor of Kings,
重要的是打破宿命后的未来。
Best cure for old pain?
League of Legends, Wild Rift, Teamfight Tactics. Battle for the Golden Spatula.
And the winner for Best Audio for a Casual or Social Game is Honor of Kings.
Hello, hi, I'm Sean, the audio director of Honor of Kings. Thank you for supporting our game. Audio G.A.N.G is a great stage for professional game developers all over the world to see the games from China, as well as the ideas and the design of Chinese game developers. In the future, we will continue to work with global partners to create higher quality in-game audio. Thank you very much.
The nominees for Best New Original IP Audio are Returnal, Solar Ash, Back for Blood, Deathloop,
Very impressive. I'm clapping with one hand.
Don't stop there. Put them both together. The body count is gonna get high.
It Takes Two,
And the winner of the Game Audio Network Guild Award for Best New Original IP Audio is Returnal.
Hello. Hi everyone, we're the Returnal Audio team. Just want to say a massive thank you for giving us this award, Best New Original IP Audio. Returnal was an amazing project for us to work on, so it feels really amazing to get this recognition. Just want to say a few thanks to the team at Housemarque, Harry and Greg, Toivo and Jeremy. I want to thank Pedro and Ray from XDev, our amazing leadership team at Creative Arts, Phil, Jeremy, Leilani. Huge shout out to Rob Blake, as well as our partners at Sweet Justice and Pitstop. We couldn't have done it without all you guys, so massive, massive thank you. So thanks again. Bye-bye. Bye.
The nominees for Excellence in Audio Accessibility are
Hear which side they're coming from and hold to the opposite side.
Opposite? Well, how will I know?
Blind Drive,
Not bad.
Halo Infinite, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy,
We have a tie, and as a reminder, every vote counts. The winners of the Excellence in Audio Accessibility Award are Blind Drive and Halo Infinite.
Hello Audio Gang, my name is Giori Politi from Lo-Fi People, and I want to thank you very much for this award. It is such an honor for us to even be nominated next to all these amazing sounding titles. I want to thank my developer partner, DA and again, thank you so much Audio Gang for this recognition. Have a great awards evening everyone, and thank you.
Thank you so much for this incredible honor. I'd like to thank Paige Johnson, Brandon Zyhand, and the audio accessibility consultants we worked with during development, and the entire Halo Audio team. We really appreciate this award, and I think there's even more we can do in Halo Infinite to make our game more accessible through audio. I hope this inspires other teams to design their games with accessibility in mind from the start.
And I just wanted to thank all the players who have expressed appreciation for all the hard work we've put in to make Halo's audio as accessible as possible.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The Gang Recognition Award honors a member of the game audio community for their service and dedication to the industry at large. For the past several years, this year's recipient has been publishing interviews, podcasts, as well as curating audio resources from around the web. They have also painstakingly searched for job listings in game audio, regularly posting them for everyone to benefit from. We are pleased to have selected Asbian Anderson as the recipient of this year's Gang Recognition Award.
My name is Asbian Andersen and I'm the founder of asoundeffect.com. A huge thanks for the Gang Recognition Award. I'm very honored. The sound effect journey has been a fantastic one since the early beginnings back in the summer of 2013 to the current blog, the podcast, the audio jobs listings, the audio events, the huge sound effects catalog, all these initiatives that we've kicked off since then. I'm always thinking about how we can make life easier and better for people working in sound, and it's been really motivating and a lot of fun to see how you've picked up on many of these initiatives and really put them to good use. So I'm very thankful that they can be used. Thank you to my wife and family for being so supportive of all of this and the sometimes long days and nights that I pour into it. A big thanks to Jennifer Walden for her fantastic interviews and to Adrienne Kosminski for her relentless effort to finding and curating audio jobs and doing the newsletters. Thank you to Doug Siebem and Christian Halskær for their editorial and podcast help. And thanks to Jonas and Philippe for their help with the back end. I'd also like to thank Gang for their continued efforts to promote and really work with the game audio community and put it on the map. And finally, a big thanks to the game audio community in general for being so supportive of the projects that I've launched and for sharing all these fantastic stories, these how-tos, these insights, all this stuff that really helps everybody working game audio just get better and do better than ever before. So it's been an absolute pleasure and I'm proud to be part of this community. So thanks a lot.
The nominees for Best Game Trailer Audio are...
Fight. It matters.
Call of Duty Vanguard.
Forged in the fire. We were the tip of the spear.
Game for Peace. Journey for Peace.
Panic does nothing. Harness it.
God of War Ragnarok.
Let it serve you.
Valorant.
Stay close. Weapons ready.
I was born ready.
You cannot hide behind that crutch.
Innistrad. Midnight Hunt Official Cinematic.
The award for the best game trailer audio goes to God of War Ragnarok, PlayStation Showcase 2021 reveal trailer.
Thank you to our patron sponsors.
"20 years ago, a bunch of us game audio folks, led by Tommy Tallarico, all sat in a room and started a guild. It was exciting at the time, but I don't think any of us ever dreamed that Gang would become the force it is today. It helps so many people in the world of game audio. Happy birthday, Gang."
Game sound design is the unique art and science of bringing worlds to life, from the Foley stage to the DAW to the implementation of those sounds into the game itself. The titles nominated in these categories have all excelled in sound design and brought us deep into the worlds they created.
The nominees for Creative and Technical Achievement in Sound Design are Returnal, Ratchet & Clank, Rift Apart,
Next stop, Nefarious.
Halo Infinite,
I don't believe it. You made it.
Maquette, It Takes Two, Origami 2,
And the Game Audio Network Guild Award for Creative and Technical Achievement in Sound Design goes to Ratchet & Clank, Rift Apart.
On behalf of the entire team at Insomniac Games, I would like to thank the Game Audio Network Guild. It was a huge honor to be nominated for the Creative and Technical Achievement in Sound Design, and to win this award is incredibly inspiring. Congratulations to our fellow nominees, they all have done fantastic work. I have a pleasure of accepting this award on behalf of the audio team that consists of many talented individuals. First and foremost, giant shout out to our sound and dialogue teams. You are the best and should be very proud of what you have accomplished on this game. Special thanks are due to the entire programming team for supporting our ideas and for being an integral part in taking the audio development to another level on PS5. Big thanks to our friends and partners at PlayStation Studios Sound and Music. You are like family to us and really helped us achieve quality on this title. Thanks to our talented partners at Sweet Justice, who never fail to deliver awesome for our games. I would also like to thank our producers and publishing partners at SIE. We couldn't have done it without your unwavering support. Finally, I'd like to recognize all of our family members for their support during this development cycle. Thank you.
The nominees for Best UI Reward or Objective Sound Design are Harry Potter, Magic Awakened, Returnal,
The strange energy source is beyond us.
Ratchet & Clank, Rift Apart,
Nice work, Ratchet. Couldn't have done it without you, pal.
Halo Infinite, Super Mario 3D World, Bowser's Fury.
This year's Game Audio Network Guild Award for Best UI, Reward, or Objective Sound Design is Ratchet & Clank, Rift Apart.
Hello. On behalf of the entire team at Insomniac Games, I would like to thank the Game Audio Network Guild. It was a huge honor to be nominated for the Best UI, Reward, or Objective Sound Design, and to win this award is incredibly inspiring. Congratulations to our fellow nominees, they all have done fantastic work. I have a pleasure of accepting this award on behalf of the audio team that consists of many talented individuals. First and foremost, giant shout out to our sound and dialogue teams. You are the best and should be very proud of what you have accomplished on this game. I would like to give a special shout out to Daniela Carley and Tyler Cornett for their work on UI sound design. Big thanks to our friends and partners at PlayStation Studios Sound and Music. You are like family to us and really helped us achieve quality on this title. Thanks to our talented partners at Sweet Justice who never fail to deliver awesome for our games. I would also like to thank our producers and publishing partners at SIE. We couldn't have done it without your unwavering support. Finally, I'd like to recognize all of our family members for their support during this development cycle. Thank you.
The nominees for Best Game Foley are Returnal, Call of Duty, Vanguard,
I ain't gonna be the next sacrifice in your crusade, Tommy.
Assassin
Star
droid.
Wars, Tales from the Galaxy's Edge,
Okay.
New World,
And I still got the hang of it.
It Takes Two,
Do this more often.
Unpacking,
This year's Game Audio Network Guild Award for Best Game Foley goes to Call of Duty, Vanguard.
Hi, I'm Michael Casely, Principal Sound Designer at Sledgehammer Games. Thank you so much, gang members, for this award. It's super cool. On behalf of everybody at Sledgehammer, Foster City, and Melbourne, Australia, and also our sister studios, Raven, High Moon, Treyarch, and Beanox, on behalf of everybody, I humbly accept the award. Thank you so much.
The nominees for Best Game Audio Article or Publication are The Sound Design of Diablo 4, John Broomhall interviews Rob Bridget. Leading with Sound. Making the award-winning sound of Forza Horizon 5. A glorious game audio deep dive with Fraser Strachan. League of Legends.
The winner for Best Game Audio Article or Publication is Leading with Sound by Rob Bridget.
Thank you so much to the Audio Gang membership for voting for this award. I'd also like to thank my editor Hannah Rowe at Routledge for all her help and support in getting the book completed. The book's really about inspiring sound designers, composers and voice artists that sound of any kind has an exciting role to play all the way through a project's life and not just at the end. So I'm very pleased that it seems to have found an audience. Thanks again. Cheers.
Thank you to our bronze sponsors.
So in the Game Audio Network Guild's Facebook page, I came across Pyramine's post about their scholarship that they had going on. I'd been looking at different schools and online programs for game audio, and when I came across this one, I looked into it and I was like, oh, this seems like exactly what I'm looking for. I saw through looking through the program that they go over game audio and film audio, and I was like, this is perfect. It was pretty crazy. Like, it's about a month later when they kind of announced, and it was during the G.A.N.G Awards, and so it was kind of like partway through, they did like the little announcement thing, and I was like, pretty like, wait, is this kind of real right now? Like, I never won anything like that, and it's such like a big opportunity and such a huge life-changing thing. So after I won the scholarship, I was immediately enrolled into the Sound for Picture and Game program. Some of the skills that really I think are going to help me moving forward are getting certified for WISE, which is the game audio middleware. I also learned about FMOD, which is another one, so those are kind of like the two big game audio softwares, as well as getting certified for Pro Tools. Going through sound design kind of gave me a better idea of what to listen for in sounds that I'm trying to analyze as well as create.
Now that you've had a chance to hear from Tyler Campbell, last year's scholarship winner, I'm excited to announce that Pyramine Music and Audio Production Institute has teamed up with the Game Audio Network Guild for the second year in a row to offer a full tuition scholarship for our 9-month-long Sound for Picture and Games program beginning this June 27th. The scholarship application is open to anyone who aspires to a professional career in game audio. Though this scholarship can only be offered to one applicant, 3 runners-up will also benefit from discounts to all of Pyramine's San Francisco-based programs, as well as receiving a one-on-one mentoring session from G.A.N.G and valuable giveaways from our sponsors, Sugar Bites, Sonable, D16 Group, and Music Marketing. For detailed information and to apply, visit pyramine.com/scholarship. We can't wait to meet you.
So my first experience with the G.A.N.G Awards was 15 years ago when I was very lucky to take home this for my first game score to that game company's debut title, Flow. It was an incredible night. Gary Scheinman won basically every award for BioShock. Gerard Marino won Best Choral Music for God of War 3 and thanked Gary in his speech for not using choir. To this day, that's my favorite acceptance speech I think I've probably ever heard. And it was an amazing welcome to this community. I was immediately convinced I was surrounded by friends and even extended family members, and I've never looked back. It's been a real privilege, and here's to hopefully many decades more.
Please give a kind welcome to Rafael Batista, performing a medley of this year's Best Original Song nominees.
Thank you to our silver sponsors.
The nominees for Best Game Audio Presentation, Podcast, or Broadcast are
Wasn't that essentially the first time anyone, period, was seen?
Game Maker's Notebook, Lena Rain.
Yes, you're right, actually. That was when we did the Kickstarter. That was when we put out the demo and the demo.
Today we're going to be talking about the new PS5 game, Returnal.
Returnal with Loic Coutier and Toivo Kallio.
Shape-shifting planet. The game really takes advantage of the new sound capabilities of the latest PlayStation.
Yeah, can get some great sounds from that, yeah. Because we can also
Recording and designing underwater sounds roundtable.
And when you say leave it there, where are you leaving it?
on the ocean floor. So where we're diving in the kelp forests, we'll place it next to some rocks.
Not just freedom, Scoring AAA, Deathloop Edition.
Hello, I'm Tom Salta, and welcome to the second course in my masterclass series, Scoring AAA, Deathloop Edition.
Welcome to the Sound Effect Podcast, the podcast.
How Hitman 3's powerful sound was made.
Founder of asoundeffect.com.
And I'm Christian Heilskjær, founder of Hertz.
The winner for Best Game Audio Presentation, Podcast Broadcast is Returnal with Loic Coutier and Toivo Kallio.
Hey everybody, this is Tim from Tone Benders. Thanks so much for honoring us with this. Loic and Toivo were fantastic guests for this episode. So much effort goes into Tone Benders that it's lovely to be recognized this way. Big thanks from Mark, Renee, Teresa, and myself. Have a great night, everybody. Thanks for listening to Tone Benders.
Characters and dialogue bring life and meaning to the characters of the narratives we create. Individual voice artists like myself and others, and entire casts bring us into their characters' lives and compel us to fight for their causes and learn more about a game's lore.
The nominees for Best Ensemble Cast Performance are
Freisinger is not leaving Berlin.
Suppose me Lamingtons can wait.
Call of Duty Vanguard.
Hey, it's not every day you get a chance to kill a Fuhrer. Can't turn that shit down, right?
I agree. The First Order would
Star Wars, Tales from the Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, I guess that story got us into quite the scrape, huh? But you know what, kid? No, again.
We all fail. We all make mistakes.
Halo Infinite.
It's what makes us human. I'm sorry, Chief, but how have you ever failed?
We accept you, Gamora-san.
Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Sure, we're married now.
This is excruciating.
All right, I'm pretty sure we've all caught our breath. Let's say we go stop a nutjob cult leader.
The way it moved, the color, how some of its limbs
Disco Elysium, the final cut.
It matched perfectly with what I know from other accounts. It was amazing.
And the winner for the Best Ensemble Cast Performance is Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Congratulations to all our fellow nominees, and thank you to Marvel, Square Enix, and JF2 Gas.
This is incredible. We want to thank Eidos Montreal, Carolina, Wojciech Mazuk, and Simon Habib. Thank you.
Daryl Purdy, Simon Peacock, and Kenyon Wells Casting.
Thank you, Mary DeMarle and her incredible writing team. Thank you, Richard Jakes. And thank you to the fans. We can't do it without you.
On behalf of the Guardians, I want to thank Steve Shapkowski, Johan Boudreau, all of the animators, and of course, the Gang Awards themselves.
Thank you, Gang!
The nominees for Best Non-Humanoid Performance are
I think we should...
Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, Groot.
Blitz, back on the controls.
League of Legends, Space Groove Blitzcrank.
But I wanted to dance.
No more will the dogs chase us. Through our dissonance, they will chase themselves.
What's the matter?
Wraith, the Oblivion, Afterlife.
You feel it too, don't you? Like your speech, right down the center.
Returnal, Bosses.
This year's Game Audio Network Guild Award for Best Non-Humanoid Performance goes to Returnal.
The nominees for Best Voice Performance are...
Why? Because I am a woman.
Call of Duty Vanguard.
You're not very good at this, are you?
In these final moments, I know what my last mission is.
Halo Infinite.
I need to make sure you two learn from my mistakes. Become stronger because of them.
Witness our story.
Halo Infinite.
Legend told by those that survive you.
It's not magic or anything. Doesn't bring anyone back, but
Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy.
you know, it's a gesture.
Maligula didn't do this to me. That's the first thing I've learned.
Psychonauts 2.
The rest, you're gonna have to see for yourself.
And you must clutch them nice.
Far Cry 6.
We all go boom.
And the Game Audio Network Guild Award for Best Voice Performance goes to Laura Bailey performing Polina Petrova from Call of Duty Vanguard.
Thank you so much to the Guild for this incredible honor. I am so grateful to have been a part of Vanguard. Chike, Derek, Marty, Simon, Dom, I would not be getting this award if it wasn't for everything you guys brought to the table. JB, thank you so much for the guidance. To Dave Swenson and the entire Sledgehammer team, thank you for entrusting me with Polina and for creating such an awesome environment on set. I love you guys. Thank you.
Each year, we recognize a member of the Game Audio Network Guild for their service to the organization itself. Since becoming an officer last June, our recipient this year has been an invaluable addition to the executive team. Every day, she brings her experience, passion, and dedication to excellence to the work we do behind the scenes at Gang. She's also not afraid to challenge others, including, and maybe especially, me, respectfully but directly, in order to make the organization better and to keep the bar high for all of us. We are proud to present the Gang Distinguished Service Award to Gang Vice President Sabrina Hutchinson.
Hi everyone, my name is Sabrina Hutchinson. I'm a talent agent representing composers and music supervisors and founder of Defiant Talent Management. I'm also the Vice President of the Game Audio Network Guild. I want to say what a meaningful honor it is to receive the Gang Distinguished Service Award. The Game Audio Network Guild is an organization founded in service, so to receive this recognition means a great deal to me. I first became involved with Gang 4 years ago as an in-kind sponsor handling publicity. The energy, the camaraderie, and the kindness of the members was captivating, and I fell in love with the organization at that time. The following year, I became a producer of the Gang Awards, and about a year later joined the board. When I was asked to consider the position of vice president, I was humbled. I was also excited to officially join the existing officers, all of whom I deeply admired. I would like to take a moment to thank a few people who mean so much and do so much, both for me and for the game audio community at large. Our leader, President Brian Schmidt, for being a tremendous colleague, teacher, and supportive friend. Our executive director, Savina Charamella, for welcoming me into the organization several years ago. I am constantly inspired by you and grateful for everything that you do and for being a champion to so many. Thank you. Liza Salta, our recent past treasurer, for her exemplary contributions to G.A.N.G and the game audio community and for her kindness and friendship. Our secretary, Atsushi Suganuma, and our treasurer, Itong Chen, both of whom joined G.A.N.G as officers this year. You have each brought incredible energy and vitality to our organization, and all of us appreciate you very much, perhaps most especially me. I'd also like to acknowledge and thank my husband, Matt Hutchinson, for his support and encouragement, as well as to my wonderful team and our incredible clients. Lastly, I want to thank the members and sponsors of G.A.N.G, all of whom make the game audio community and the Game Audio Network Guild thrive. Once again, thank you for this tremendous honor. I appreciate you, G.A.N.G.
The nominees for Best Game Music Cover or Remix are Persona 5, Last Surprise, Nier Automata, City Ruins Shade, The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time, Gerudo Valley, League of Legends, Burn It All Down, Mario Paint, Luigi Paint, Mario Paint title screen.
This year's Game Audio Network Guild Award for Best Game Music Cover or Remix goes to The Game Brass, performing Gerudo Valley from The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. Music by Koji Kondo.
Hi, we're the Game Brass. It's such an honor to accept this award. Huge thanks to our collaborators David Ortiz, Avery Onahiro, Matthew Gagliardo, Matt Brockman, Lauren Stacy, Eric L., Allison Martin, Liza Liz, Abby Lannon, Isaac Smith, and everyone else who helped with Horns of Hyrule. We appreciate this so much. Thank you.
Thank you to our gold sponsors.
Hey gang, I'm proud of you. I need to tell you that. You've come a long way. Back when you were formed, there was no such thing as 20 years in game audio, pretty much. And now you've got these policies about diversity and solidarity with Ukraine, and I'm very impressed. Happy birthday. Keep it up.
Music is the unseen character in the game. It gives you hints of what's to come and rewards you for what you've accomplished. Above all, music makes you feel the excitement, the sadness, the joy, or the sorrow the composer wants you to experience. The next block of awards recognizes excellence in music, composition, and its implementation.
The nominees for Creative and Technical Achievement in Music are Outer Wilds, Echoes of the Eye, Returnal, Halo Infinite, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy,
Why didn't we see any of these guys?
Origami 2, Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade.
This year's Game Audio Network Guild Award for Creative and Technical Achievement in Music goes to Returnal.
Well, this is unexpected and excellent news. Thank you so much for this award. With Returnal, we had a really great opportunity to push the implementation of the music and do some really unique and fun things with the game. So I'd like to give a shout out to Bobby Krillick, the composer for the game, for letting us pull apart his music and rebuild it in-game in fun and interesting ways. The team at Housemarque and XDev for letting us really experiment with their game. And to the awesome music team here, Glenn Brown, Duncan Smith, Sam Dudley, Kai Voice, James Marshall. Thank you so much.
The nominees for Best Main Theme are Outer Wilds, Echoes of the Eye, Call of Duty Vanguard, The Last Sword 2, Halo Infinite, Ambition, a Minuet in Power, Kenna, Bridge of Spirits, Beneath Worlds,
The winner of Best Main Theme goes to Kana, Bridge of Spirits, Beneath Worlds.
Hey, it's Rosen. Thank you for choosing Kana as this year's winner. I want to start by thanking Emiko for writing the melody that inspired much of the game's theme. Thanks to Jason Galletti, the lead composer, for giving me such a great opportunity to work on the score, and to Day One, the Seramani Ensemble, for such an incredible contribution to the soundtrack, and huge thanks to Ember Lab for taking a chance on me. Thanks, everyone.
The nominees for Best Original Song are Arknights, Immutable, Deathloop, Deja Vu, Final Fantasy VII Remake, The Happy Turtle Fight Song,
Everybody Wham Wham,
Everybody Wham Wham, Harvest Prince,
Everybody Wham Wham,
Onmyoji Arena, Kai Getsu.
This year's Game Audio Network Guild Award for Best Original Song goes to Deja Vu from Deathloop. Music by Sensit featuring Fiora. That is my jam. We will be announcing the winner of the Best Audio Mix category in the coming weeks. We appreciate your patience.
The nominees for Best Original Soundtrack Album are Far Cry 6, Chicory, A Colorful Tale, Halo Infinite, It Takes Two. Psychonauts 2.
And the Game Audio Network Guild Award for Best Original Soundtrack Album goes to It Takes Two.
I'm so honored to get this award together with you, Gustav, and the amazing team at Hazelight. And thanks to my kids, Elias and Leia, and their friends here at Nadia for a great children's choir. Thanks to my wife for the singing voice of May.
Yeah, I'm so honored to receive this award. It's absolutely amazing. Thank you to the team at Hazelight for making this possible. And, well, thank you.
Thank you to our platinum sponsors.
Jack Wall here, one of the 25 co-founders of G.A.N.G. 20 years ago in May of 2002. You know, looking back over these 20 years, what I've noticed is that the amount of talent is just incredible. It just keeps getting better and better. There's more women, there's more, everybody is in the pool, swimming around, we're inspiring each other incredibly. You gotta love that, man. It's just, this is what the purpose of these awards are. We inspire each other to push ourselves to our creative potential. What else could you want from an organization like this? Happy birthday, G.A.N.G. Here's to 20 more.
At the time of the first G.A.N.G. Awards, indie titles were virtually unheard of and literally impossible to publish on any of the consoles. Since that time, independent developers have grown to become a significant part of the industry, pushing the boundaries of innovation and creativity.
The nominees for Best Dialogue for an Indie Game are...
There are just too many hostiles.
No problem. Wait, we'll back you up.
Bright Memory, Infinite.
Signal flare?
Yeah, they'll be focusing on the signal flare. Now is your chance.
I think I love you.
Maquette.
What? I think I love you.
I climbed a chain link across the water.
Disco Elysium.
In
the final cut.
Ground, like the weakest of the weak. A mouse.
You know I don't mean nothing shady or
The Artful Escape.
Despite the gravity of the words I might be speaking.
Right. This whole...
12 minutes.
Mistakes. But for what it's worth, I'm glad you turned out so well.
The winner for Best Dialogue for an Indie Game is Disco Elysium, the final cut.
Thank you so much. Thank you all those at Game Audio Network Guild for giving us this award. We really do appreciate it. Thanks to all the voice actors, obviously, and everyone behind the scenes at Disco Elysium. It's been a wild ride from the start for myself. And I want to thank those involved in the final cut, which was like main director Jim Ashalevi, director Cash Decor, engineers Dan Marshall, Jez Walton, and everyone else, myself. We want to thank everyone. Thank you so much. And yeah, it's been a wild ride. So thank you all those who played Disco Elysium also.
The nominees for Best Music for an Indie Game are Outer Wilds, Echoes of the Eye, Eastward, Chicory, A Colorful Tale, Origami 2. Ambition, a minuet in power.
And the Game Audio Network Guild Award for Best Music for an Indie Game goes to Outer Wilds, Echoes of the Eye.
It's been really crazy in a lot of ways with where this game started and where the franchise ended up. I'm trying to work on a soundtrack and develop systems that in the end were about how close we all are in this massive universe and how connected we can be through the gift of music that we've all been given to both listen to, perform, write, and learn. It's incredible that this was able to connect to a lot larger audience than I would have ever expected in my wildest dreams. So to close out Outer Wilds with this award means so much to me. I wrote pretty much all this on my own. I had cellist David Tangney in there. Alex whistled because I don't know how to whistle. And then Alex, the other Alex, sang on Echoes of the Eye. So it means a ton. And also shout out to the kazoo players too. The first one with the joke song. So yeah, thank you.
The nominees for Best Sound Design for an Indie Game are Origami 2, Industria,
Oh my God, what is happening? Why is chicken that bad? Walter! Are you here?
Blind Drive,
Yeah! Take that!
Maquette, Unpacking,
This year's awards for Best Sound Design in an Indie Game goes to Unpacking.
Far out, Best Sound Design for an Indie Game. This is absolutely incredible. Thank you so much. It's been an amazing journey transitioning from working on AAA titles and then going into the indie scene and working in smaller teams and smaller budgets, and it feels really cool to see Unpacking sort of punching above its weight, and it's also very much a big honor being awarded by our peers and our colleagues, so really appreciate it. Thank you very much.
The nominees for Best Audio for an Indie Game are Industria, Eldest Souls,
Here it comes!
Blind Drive,
I can feel it!
The Big Con, Maquette, Unpacking.
And the winner for Best Audio for an Indie Game goes to Unpacking.
Wow, best audio for an indie game. This is amazing. It's totally unexpected, and a huge honor to have the sort of the whole audio soundscape get recognized like this. You know, there's, with all the different facets, the music, the sound design, the Foley, having it all kind of come together and in a way that is recognized by you guys and appreciated is just feels amazing. And you know, shout out to my wife Angela and my daughter Ella, who helped with all of the audio, and the rest of the team, you know, for designing the game and stuff. So thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you to the Society of Composers and Lyricists for sponsoring this year's musical guest.
Please welcome back to the Gang Awards stage, 88-Bit, playing a medley of this year's Music of the Year nominees.
Presenting the Lifetime Achievement Award, please welcome Savina Charamella.
Tonight we honor Leslie Ann Jones with the Game Audio Network Guild Lifetime Achievement Award. Music has always been part of Leslie's life. She grew up in a musical family with her singer and recording artist mother Helen Greco, and of course her father Spike Jones, who performed with his band Spike Jones and the City Slickers. Her passion for music blossomed at age 14 when she was given a Sears Silvertone electric guitar, and she has been making music ever since. Not only has Leslie trailblazed her way throughout the industry for herself, she has also paved the way for many women. Leslie was the first woman assistant engineer to be hired at ABC Studios and was the first female national officer of the National Academy of Recording Arts and Sciences. She has been on the board of Women's Audio Mission and has produced a number of recordings that feature and promote women musicians. Leslie has had an illustrious career working at the Automat Recording Studios in San Francisco, Capitol Studios in Hollywood, and currently she is the director of music recording and scoring at Skywalker Sound in Nicasio, recording and mixing music for records, films, television, and video games. She's contributed to numerous award-winning scores for games published by Activision Blizzard, Microsoft, Electronic Arts, Sony, Tencent, Ubisoft, Disney, LucasArts, and many more. Leslie began advocating for Grammy recognition for video game music in 2001. Her efforts, along with other members of G.A.N.G, helped recognize the importance of the art form that is video game music. In 2012, NARAS decided to place video games, movies, and television on equal footing, renaming the soundtrack category Best Score Soundtrack for Visual Media. Leslie has helped change the Grammys for the better and is now the recipient of 7 Grammy Awards, 2 of which were garnered this year. Leslie has been honored with several awards and recognitions throughout her career. In 2019, she was inducted into the NAMTech Hall of Fame and was presented with an award by Herbie Hancock. It is my very great pleasure to introduce our board member and friend, Leslie Ann Jones, the 2022 Game Audio Network Guild Lifetime Achievement Award recipient.
Well, thank you for that great introduction, and I'm so honored to accept this year's Lifetime Achievement Award and join what seems to be a who's who of video game audio legends. Video game music has a special place in my career and in my heart. And I love the collaborative environment of the director, the composer, the audio team, me, my team, all getting together for the same goal, to make the notes jump off the page and create an environment that just adds such an emotional kick to whatever video game there is. So thank you so much for this honor. I'll treasure it.
The nominees for Best Physical Soundtrack Release are Call of Duty: Vanguard, Evergate, Halo Infinite, Frostpunk, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy,
This year's award for Best Physical Soundtrack Release goes to Halo Infinite.
Hi, I'm Joel Korlitz, and on behalf of Curtis Schweitzer and Gareth Coker, it is an honor to accept the award for Best Physical Soundtrack Release for the work we did on Halo Infinite. Thanks to our incredible music supervisor, Joel Yarger, our audio director, Tajin, Ken Taylor for doing incredible album art, and Xbox Game Studios and Mondo for releasing the soundtrack on vinyl.
We would like to recognize Star Wars, Tales from the Galaxy's Edge, Last Call, and After the Fall for excellence in VR audio.
Special thanks to our diamond sponsors, Formosa Group and Elias Software.
Hi, it's Jason Hayes, longtime composer for Blizzard Entertainment. I was there at the first ever G.A.N.G Awards, and it was such a neat experience to be there for this historic event. And I remember we won an award for Best Cinematic Cutscene Audio for Warcraft 3. And I was fortunate to be there to accept the award on behalf of the team. And that year, it seemed like Medal of Honor Frontline was winning all the awards. So, in addition to thanking my wife and the great teammates that I work with at Blizzard, I also thank Michael Giacchino for not having lots of big cinematics in Medal of Honor Frontline.
Our last group of awards transcends game genre, aesthetic style, production budget, and platform, and recognizes excellence across an entire title.
The nominees for Dialogue of the Year are...
I done?
What have you done?
Who are you?
Ratchet and Clank, Rift Apart.
A lot of questions. Let's go for a ride.
Yeah.
Whatever's in those papers is the best kept secret in the Third Reich, and the crowds kept them here.
Call of Duty, Vanguard.
It makes no sense. It's like leaving the crown jewels on the front porch.
With hardly anyone watching them.
Nova Corps licensing permit 67398-2.
Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy.
Gardeners of the Galaxy?
What? No. Rocket. So I let Groot fill out the paperwork. I fixed it with an addendum.
Where'd you get the milk?
Psychonauts 2.
From the goats?
Oh, yeah, that would have been easier.
It pulls people together.
We don't need attraction. We're getting divorced.
It Takes Two.
That's because you lost it. But don't worry. I'll help you find attraction again.
The winner for Dialogue of the Year is Ratchet and Clank, Rift Apart.
Hello, on behalf of the entire audio and dialogue team at Insomniac Games, I am honored to accept this award. Thank you, G.A.N.G. Also, congratulations to the other nominees. It's truly inspiring work and great to be considered in the same breath. As I said, I have the pleasure of accepting this on behalf of the entire dialogue team. Michelangelo, Elisa, Evan, Matthew, Keith, Tim, Jaime, Ryan, our fantastic writers Lauren and Nick for giving us the hilarious words to work with, our voice directors Chris Salter, Josh Dean, our incredible cast who brought these words and all of our work to life. I'd also like to extend a huge thanks to our partners at Sony, Leilani, Phil, Jeremy. We could not have done this without you. Everybody on the audio team for all the help and support, and the entire Insomniac Games team. It's just such a joy to work on this game with everyone. I would especially like to thank our families for all the support they gave us during the development of this. Video games are hard to make, and without your love and support, they would be a hell of a lot harder. Thanks again, gang. Bye-bye.
The nominees for Music of the Year are Chicory, A Colorful Tale. Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Deathloop. Psychonauts 2.
You shouldn't be.
Ambition, a minuet in power. Far Cry 6.
And the Game Audio Network Guild Award for Music of the Year goes to Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, Richard Jakes, Steve Shakowski, Johan Bedreau, and Randy Eckhart.
Thank you so much for this amazing award. We'd like to congratulate all the other nominees who are all well-deserving. We'd like to start off, first off, by thanking Richard Jakes for his amazing score and contribution to this game. I'd like to also thank our music licensing exec, Randy Eckhart, my writing partner on the Star-Lord album, Johan Bedreau, the entire Eidos Montreal audio team, JF Dugas, all the other directors, Eidos Montreal, Square Enix, and Marvel Games, and thank you, gang.
I'd like to thank Steve for the opportunity. Scoring this game was definitely a career highlight for me. I'd like to thank my entire team, getting the music ready for the recording sessions, my assistant Bartosz Szafransky, all of the incredible orchestral and choral performers that performed the score, all of the amazing engineers at Abbey Road and Air Studios, and my mix engineer Jake Jackson for doing an incredible job. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
The nominees for Sound Design of the Year are Returnal, Ratchet and Clank, Rift Apart,
I am broken. I cannot fix. I cannot be fixed.
Call of Duty Vanguard,
Foolish follow.
Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy,
Think fast, beard butt.
Unpacking,
And the winner of Sound Design of the Year is Returnal.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Hi. Hi, all. We're the Returnal audio team. Just want to give a massive, massive thank you for giving us this award. Sound Design of the Year means a huge amount to us. Returnal was a fantastic project for us, and we worked with a lot of people to make this amazing product. Just want to thank a few people, the team at Housemarque, Harry, Greg, Toivo and Jeremy, Pedro and Ray from XDev, our amazing leadership team at Creative Arts, Phil Kovacs, Jeremy, Leilani. Huge shout out to Rob Blake and our partners at Sweet Justice and Pitstop. We couldn't have done it without you guys. So again, huge, huge thank you, and thanks so much for the award. Bye.
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 Listen, guys, it's been a big night for Game Audio, but we still have one award left to give. Audio of the Year.
The nominees for Audio of the Year are Ratchet and Clank, Rift Apart.
All it takes to stop me? I mean, yes. Well, think again!
Call of Duty, Vanguard.
Time to get it through your oversized skull. We don't
Marvel's
give
Guardians
in to
of the
anyone.
Galaxy.
I mean, seriously, have you met us?
That's right. We're the Guardians of the Galaxy.
About time!
Deathloop.
I didn't know you liked to party.
Ain't my style.
You're all business all the time, aren't you? What is your style, exactly?
Cody!
It Takes Two.
Why'd you look like a blob of clay?
Why do you look like a wooden doll?
Final Fantasy VII Remake Intergrade.
Well, guys, your girl finally made it to Midgar.
This year's Game Audio Network Guild Award for Audio of the Year goes to Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart.
Hello. On behalf of the entire team at Insomniac Games, I would like to thank the Game Audio Network Guild. It was a huge honor to be nominated for the Audio of the Year, and to win this award is incredibly inspiring. Congratulations to our feral nominees. They all have done fantastic work. I have the pleasure of accepting this award on behalf of the audio team that consists of many, many talented individuals. First and foremost, giant shout out to our sound and dialogue teams. You are the best and should be very proud of what you have accomplished on this game. Big thanks to our friends and partners at PlayStation Studios Sound and Music. You are like family to us and really helped us achieve quality on this title. Thanks to our talented partners at Sweet Justice, who never fail to deliver awesome for our games. I would also like to thank our producers and publishing partners at SIE. We couldn't have done it without your unwavering support. Finally, I would like to recognize all of our family members for their support during this development cycle. Thank you.
I would like to thank all the sponsors of the Game Audio Network Guild. Our organization wouldn't thrive without their generous support. Because of them, we are able to host webinars, diversity events, and mixers. We can provide member perks and discounts on gear, software, and industry events and conferences, and produce the annual Gang Awards show. We would like to give a special thanks to Realcrafter for helping us again this year with the audio and video submissions. Thank you all very much for your support.
Woo! Gang! We made it. Under 3.5 hours. Get it? With the gang and the gang. Y'all get it. Thank you for watching the 20th Annual Game Audio Network Guild Awards. Congratulations to all the winners and to the nominees. It truly is an honor just to be recognized and nominated. And thank you to everyone who voted and participated in making the award show a success. I'm Jason E. Kelley. I've been your host tonight. We hope to see you next year at the Gang Awards, live in person.
Stay tuned for the Gang Awards post show, beginning in just a few moments. Thank you for watching the 20th Annual Game Audio Network Guild Awards. Congratulations to this year's winners. We hope to see you next year at the Gang Awards.
Hello, and thank you so much for a wonderful awards show. Thanks for everyone who got a chance to watch the awards show, participated in the Twitch chat. That was super fun. And congratulations to Tonebenders, fellow podcasters. Well done. So talk about what it feels like to get a Gang Award.
Go ahead, Mark.
It's amazing and unexpected and really, really cool. I mean, the game, the episode was focused on Returnal. The game sounded amazing. It feels like it was kind of easy because we just asked questions about a really incredible sounding game from some very talented folks, and we learned a lot. It was a really good experience. Yep.
Timothy, how about you?
Well, first of all, I'm a big fan of Level Up, so it's lovely to speak with you. Second of all, yeah, it was really fun to do the interview and to get recognized. Mark and I, as well as Renee and Teresa, who are kind of the collective that do Tone Benders, we all do it for free. There's no advertising on it, so it's kind of a labor of love. So to get a recognition like this feels really amazing. Actually, it's the first time we've got anything like that. So it's positive feedback is always really wonderful.
Well, Mark and Timothy from Tone Benders, congratulations on your award. Keep making great content, and perhaps we'll do this again in the future. Thanks so much.
Awesome. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night.
Maybe we should keep talking, though. I'm not entirely sure. Sorry.
It's like,
and go.
Someone in the background.
Stretch. I know, right? That's what we need. And of course, like the three of us would just cut that out, right? And then
exactly, yeah.
Well, where can people find Tone Benders? Where can we learn more about you? Because I'm sure we can find you in all the normal places. But yeah, tell us more about the podcast itself.
Yeah, you can find it at tonebenderspodcast.com or anywhere that you listen to podcasts. Yeah, that's where you can find us. We try and cover sound as much as we can and do the best that we can. So, yeah, it's really wonderful to be part of the Gang Audio Awards. It's been an awesome night.
And how did you two start working together?
Well, we started the podcast in 2012, myself and Renee. And since then, we have invited other people in, and Mark's got, he's got an amazing voice for a podcast, and B, he's super smart and knows a lot of people and the right questions to ask and such. So he's been an excellent addition to the show, for sure.
Cool. Wonderful. Right. All right. Well, again, congratulations. Thank you for all the work that you do. And we'll move now to Chase Thompson from Halo Infinite. Thank you, Mark and Timothy, very much. Chase Thompson from Halo Infinite. What an amazing, I guess, not reanimation of Halo, but so nice to have more Halo. Everyone wants more Halo. So Chase Thompson, thank you so much for joining us, and congratulations on your Gang Award.
Thank you so much. It's great to be here.
So talk a little bit about the project, if you would.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been working on it for over 6 years now, which is kind of amazing to think about.
Wow.
Yeah, we were super stoked for this Accessibility Award. I think it's been a topic that we've talked about from really early on. It's honestly something that I really wish we could have done more with. And I think as an industry, we need to do more with. So it's something I'm really passionate about, and something I want to continue improving post-launch now that we've gotten to release the projects.
And we also are joined by Josh here, and talk a little bit about your work on Halo Infinite and accessibility in general.
Yeah, thank you. So I joined the Halo team in January of 2020, and so I was able to join as an audio technical designer implementing all of our amazing sounds. And so with accessibility at top of mind, I always made sure to emphasize any element of audio that I could that would help players understand what's happening around them without them having to look at or see a thing. There's many objects in the game that are constantly producing sounds, and so having a focus on clarity so that the player is never confused by too much noise or too many sounds that are unimportant for them, as well as using all the tools that are available to me, like something as simple as an RTPC and Wise, allowing me to pitch ramp up an item that's about to spawn so that the player can be standing near it, not have to look at it, and know exactly when the item will become available. Things like that were kind of always on my mind when I was implementing to try to make the experience as accessible as possible to as many players as possible.
What do you think, either of you can jump in here, what was unique about this particular project for you in terms of accessibility?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think this was one of the first projects where we really met with accessibility consultants during development. On Halo 5, we talked with a few folks after development, but this one we tried to bring people in and have them give some feedback before we released. Of course, we weren't able to incorporate all of their feedback, unfortunately, just due to development time. But that was one of the big things that was different. I think from a both 343 Industries and Microsoft Game Studios as a whole, it was a much bigger push for this game than it has been in the past, which was really exciting and encouraging. We had an accessibility lead on the project, which was new for our studio, which was great. So yeah, a lot of firsts in this project, which is awesome.
Sure. Josh, how about you? What would you say?
This is definitely the largest project I've ever worked on. And so being a part of a team in a studio that did have the resources to really emphasize accessibility was really cool. On previous games I worked on, it was something that the team might have wanted to do as much as they could, but with such limited resources, it really becomes difficult because it is an expenditure of time, money, and energy to really emphasize accessibility in audio. And so I felt really grateful to be on a team that did have that at their core and was able to actually pursue that and execute on it in a way that I think we did a good job and will hopefully continue to improve going forward.
Sure. And so do you two work in the same office together or remotely, or how's that working out right now?
We used to.
Yeah.
In the old days.
The old days, right?
I think we're both at our homes right now. Is that right, Joshua?
Correct. Yep.
Yeah. We before the pandemic, we did work right next to each other in sort of an open space area that we had for the audio team. Right next to all the audio rooms that we had our audio director and sound designers and music team and dialogue team and stuff in. But a lot of the team is back on site now. But some of us are still working remote, so it's a bit of a mix, but it's been really good. I think the team has done a great job of figuring out how to work together in this new setup.
Great. Well, congratulations to Chase and Josh from 343 and your Accessibility Gang Award. Very appreciative of all the work that you've done.
Thank you so much. Yeah, shout out to the rest of the team who worked on this as well. It was a big team effort, group effort.
And up next, we'll speak with Philip and Christopher from It Takes Two, which the It Takes Two game won many awards this evening, and just very grateful to have them join us here in a little bit to talk about the work that they did on that game. And it's a game that I'm hoping to be able to co-op online with somebody. Any takers, let me know. I have some local friends I might do that with, but it's one I haven't had a chance to make it through yet. But my goodness, did it have wonderful audio and music too in this game. So looking forward to speaking with Philip and Christopher from It Takes Two. But perhaps maybe we'll speak with Jeff from Unpacking. Let's see, what do we have going on here? Who is up next? Let's find out. I thought we were going to have Philip and Christopher from It Takes Two. Okay, Jeff.
Hello.
It's Jeff from Unpacking, the best game in the world. Hello, seriously, Unpacking. It's just such a wonderful, and this isn't about me, this is about you. Congratulations on your Gang Award for Unpacking.
Thank you very much. It's quite an honor and quite unexpected.
What a delightful game. Talk about it just briefly, if you would.
Yeah, well, look, it's a game that there's a story that you never told and characters you never meet. Everything is learned and inferred by the items you unpack. And there's so much space and time in the game to just chill and take out an item and look at it and place it somewhere. And so there's all this time to have all this detail in the audio, and because there's all that space, people are noticing the audio, and that whereas there's a lot of other games have a lot of stuff going on and it's bombastic. This is the opposite of that, and I think people who wouldn't normally appreciate Foley and stuff like that are going, oh yeah, look at that. That sounds really different on it, whatever surface I put it on, So
For sure.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. Yeah.
And Jeff, if you would talk about being both composer and sound designer, what was that journey like for you?
Look, it started like that for me right at the beginning. I started in '92 at Electronic Arts Canada, and the first thing I had to do was write music and do sound design on a Sega Genesis. And that's what you did back then.
Yeah.
I was making chip tunes before they were called chip tunes. We used to call it video game music.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So And I think I remember seeing titles coming from people like Brian Schmidt working on stuff that was sort of in line with what we were doing, and his name coming up a lot. And I've seen his name many times on other products. I think he was working. Maybe he was at EA. I think he was. It was just really cool to see how G.A.N.G has just sort of evolved over the years. And I've always kind of been on the outside, but it's really amazing to see what it's become.
Well, Jeff, thank you so much for your amazing work on Unpacking. What a delightful game, and sound and music, absolutely fantastic. And so congratulations for the awards tonight.
Thank you very much.
All right, up next, now I believe we will speak with Philip and Christopher from It Takes Two. And hopefully we'll get them in the room here and hear about what an incredible experience that game must have been to work on. And as I was saying, it's on my list. Well, so many games are on my list. I always feel like I'm about 5 years behind, but hopefully I'll make it up to It Takes Two pretty soon. So Philip and Christopher, welcome and congratulations for all the wonderful awards for It Takes Two.
Thank you so much. It's a pleasure to be here.
Oh, it's such a beautiful game. And I mean, everyone there's just not a bad thing that people say about it. So talk to us about what it's like to work on the game. Either of you can jump in.
It was a fantastic journey. It was not easy. It's a lot of game to make for a pretty small audio team, but we had a fantastic team. I would like to mention them all if I can. Anne-Sophie, Joachim, Göran, Greg, Gustav, Christopher's co-composer, who also won for the best original music album tonight. Christopher, of course, who is here with me. Anders as well. We had some help from Patrick and Red Pipe and Foley Walkers and also Side, and it was an amazing journey for us.
Well, Christopher, I'd love to hear from you too. And selfishly, I've always wanted to have you on my show, so let's talk later. But go ahead and
I'll be happy to come to your show.
Go ahead.
Yeah. For me, it was an amazing project. It was like a dream project with all the music styles and everything, and also that I got to actually, my wife is the singing voice of May.
Love that.
So and my kids are the choir in the game.
Oh.
So it was a very, very warm, a warm project to work in, and the team at Hazelight were so welcoming. So it felt really great.
Of course, there are so many games where, we grew up playing where you'd have a sidekick and, there was always someone else, but that person couldn't be played until, more recently in video game history. So what's it like to be able to write for two special characters that actually can be played, because we have a different connection to them when we play them, right?
Yeah. To know what to write for in this game, just thinking about the main theme, I think I did 15 versions before we landed in what it was, and what it was actually the theme for Rose, like a kid's theme. A kid should be able to play it on the piano. That was my decision, and also writing for that you can actually sing in the game. It was so many great characters to write for.
Sure.
Oh yeah.
And we really wanted to make all these themes feel special and separate from one another, but as a whole, tell the whole story. So it was a great journey.
Well, Christopher and Philip from It Takes Two. Christopher, one of the composers, Philip, lead sound designer, and just congratulations on such beautiful work in that wonderful game, It Takes Two.
Thank you so much.
All right. Up next, we're going to speak with Rosen and I'm going to have to learn if it's Kenna or Kana, but that's also been on my list before the G.A.N.G Award nominees were even nominated. This game's been on my list. So welcome to Rosen. And I think, are we just speaking with Rosen? Which is great because I love Rosen and I'm grateful to be speaking with you. Hi, Rosen.
Hi, how's it going?
It's going great. How are you doing?
Good, thank you.
Well, congratulations on such fine work on Cana. Is it Cana or Cana?
Cana, yeah.
Cana. And as I was saying, it's on my list. Looks like such a beautiful game. And just talk about getting to work on it.
It was an amazing experience. I mean, the game was in development for many, many years. I think it was about 6 from concept to end. My best friend Jason Gallaty, he's the main composer, the lead composer on that project, and he was there for the whole time. I joined for like the past 3 years, and my job was basically, help him conceptualize what he already had. He wrote so many things. He wrote like a tremendous amount of music in those 6 years, and he had no clear direction or of where to use all this music. So a lot of my job was to complete a lot of these melodies, or just be like, hey, why don't we use these and that. So it was a very fun project, also because a very unique experience as well. This is my first game to work on, so I was truly honored to have been asked to write the main theme, and I worked on a lot of the cutscenes as well. I have a background in film as well, so it was I love scoring cutscenes. So I'm sorry, I was saying this is a very unique game for me because we got to explore a lot of the Balinese culture, and use a lot of gamelan ensemble and other tremendous things. And we worked with other 2 composers from Bali. And so it was really a deep collaboration. They did most of the work as well. And the main theme I wrote, it was basically just taking everything that the team had already created over those years, add my own stuff as well, because we wanted to make it a little bigger, a little bit more dramatic. And yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Rosen, I mean, you're so well known in the remix scene and the cover scene. And so what was it like to make, if you could quickly I'm just in 10 seconds, Rosen, talk about how amazing that jump was to go from, cover artist to now you did work on your first game.
I started as a composer. I did a bunch of trailers back in the day. So I'm used to the super fast-paced deliveries as well. So it was very easy to jump back into that. I did miss writing original music, but, my heart is still in covers, just as an arranger, as an orchestrator, taking someone else's work and you really produce it. But it was great to, be back in this position and be like, it's all up to you. You better make other people want to cover music too.
Well, it was fabulous work, Rosen, and so nice to speak with you. Congratulations on your award, and always looking forward to whatever you have coming up next. Thanks so much, Rosen.
Thank you so much.
Up next, we're going to speak with Robbie and John Robert from the Game Brass, and they did an amazing Zelda remix album. Horns of Hyrule, I think it's called, perhaps. They'll correct me if I'm wrong, I'm sure. But Robbie and John, it's just such a wonderful opportunity to talk to you. I loved that album. What an impressive thing. And actually, John, Robert, and I had occasion to speak about it in an interview that we're going to publish here in a couple of weeks. But fantastic work. Congratulations to you both. And Robbie, you are muted. So
I came in just a moment late, so I missed the intro. But hello.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Hi. Yeah, we missed what you said. All I heard was the very tail end of, we did an interview.
We did, and we talked a little bit about this album because it just sounds so good. And I know that, pardon me while I futz with my headphones and reading glasses here, but I know that, it's a challenge to record live music now. So you guys really pulled off a beautiful sounding album under really obnoxious circumstances. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
We started playing together in, I want to say 2017, and we're from all over North America, and we collaborate with people all over the world. So we've had a lot of practice to doing remote recording. And when everybody started remote recording, we sort of, haha, we've got this, we're ready, bring it on. So this is
all the stuff, that people were like, oh, we got to switch to recording our orchestra. We're sending microphones to all the musicians, and we're like, we've been doing this for years. We got this down. Thomas Kresge did most of the mixing on this, and between unifying kind of our microphone setups and stuff like that, and just getting a really good pipeline of production down. I think it sounds pretty good. I think it all comes together really nicely. It gels as if we were in the same place.
Yeah, we're working on our next album right now, and there are, I think, just over 30 tracks. And so having a system where you are consistent from one track to the next is really important.
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, huge shout out on this one to Daniel Romberger, the arranger. He actually arranged an entire album of 16-part brass band pieces for Horns of Hyrule. So this Gerudo Valley track that we have received the award for is a part of a much larger work and just a huge undertaking from Daniel.
Mm-hmm. And if you could quickly just mention the other few members that are in the game brass.
All right, so first trumpet, John Robert Matz. Second trumpet, myself, Robbie Duguay. First horn, Danny Flam. Second horn, John Stacy. On trombone, we have Daniel Romberger. On tuba, we have Alex Hill. And then our mixer producer is Thomas Kresge. On this specific track, we had 16 people, and I unfortunately did not prepare to look at the list.
That's okay.
But we have a lot of collaborators. I think we had something like 50 people on the Horns of Hyrule album. So
yeah, we alternated in different people for different tracks, and like there were some pieces where the instrumentation shifted up, euphonium solos in this one, extra trombones in this one. Like every track on that album like sounds fantastic. I can say that because I only played one tiny little part of it.
Right.
I'm unbiased.
Came together very well.
Yes.
I don't know, lead trumpet, some might say is the most important, but in any event, congratulations to you both, John and Robbie. Such fantastic work on the game brass. I really look forward to hearing the next album, and you can bet that we'll talk about it again sometime.
Looking forward to it.
Congrats.
Thanks, Emily.
Yes, nice to see you both very much. Up next, we're going to speak with Andrew from the Outer Wilds, and Andrew can't hear any of this, but what wonderful music it is for the Outer Wilds. I absolutely love that game. And it's one of those games that not only pulls at you because of the wonderful audio, but it pulls at you because of the beautiful visuals too. But that's not why we're here. We're here to talk about Andrew's amazing music for Outer Wilds. Andrew, nice to see you. I've never met you in a visual way, but nice to see you. And congratulations on your G.A.N.G award tonight.
Thanks so much. Nice to see you too. Finally, yeah, it's great. I'm really excited. I'm glad that this one. It means like a lot to me. I put so much effort into the first game, and that went right into the second one, and it's just been like a big piece of my life and a huge part of my heart. And that goes out to the fans and stuff, especially for this.
Yeah, and you mentioned a little in your thank you speech just how much it meant to you to work on this game, and it is really a special. I mean, there are so many special games, but this is one of them, right? I mean, this is one that really touches people, and your music is such a huge part of that.
Thanks. Yeah, it was just a real honor to get involved with Alex right at the beginning of the game and help really craft like the sonic world behind the story and everything. And they integrated it really well as well, and we worked together amazingly. And then the fans really pulled through, supporting us, like just getting so excited for Echoes of the Eye. And we were pretty nervous. I was really scared and didn't know what would happen with the soundtrack, and it's like I could pull it off and like bring everything together and make it captivating again. And so it's just like a nice surprise and feels very overwhelming to finally do this and like see it finalized. And I hope more people play it now, so that would be amazing.
It's truly a wonderful game, and just every time I hear the opening 1515 of your little instruments, it's like a warm blanket. It really is. It's just a very touching soundtrack. So well done, Andrew.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, very much. Comparing this first one or the second one quickly to what it was like on the first one, what was the experience like to do the second one then?
I'd say it was actually substantially different because I had grown so much as a musician over the first 7 years, and like a lot of the things from the first soundtrack were things that I wrote towards the beginning, and then kept redoing and like kind of re-recording a lot of it. And then with this one, like we started and maybe like a couple months in the development, COVID hit. So for almost the whole game, I was like recording it in solitude. And luckily it was like a dark, ambient, droney kind of like, I remember like the original pitch in some ways was like, this one's like kind of a descent into madness. So I think that helped a little bit with the way the world was at the time. So.
Oh, gotta love music for pulling us through those times. Exactly. Well, Andrew, congratulations again, and always love to hear your music. And I hope we talk again real soon. But congratulations on tonight's award.
Thank you.
All right, Andrew. So up next, we're going to talk to Steve and Richard Jakes from Guardians of the Galaxy. Oh my goodness, Richard Jakes. I can't even believe it. If I had known today that I was going to be talking to Richard Jakes tonight, just don't even. I can't even handle it. Richard Jakes, really?
Emily.
I can't even believe it. Richard Jakes, how are you, my friend?
I'm very well. How are you?
Oh, it's just been years. And am I surprised at all that you won? Absolutely not. Your music is fabulous.
Well, it's a team effort. There's a lot of music in the game, and you know, myself and Steve Szykowski, the audio director, and Johan Bridgerow, and you know, there's a big team effort that created that soundtrack. But it's great to be here and to celebrate what we've done, and it's great to see you again.
It's good to see you too. Really a nice surprise. But Steve, tell me what it's like to work on such an iconic. I mean, when those films came out, they're just so fantastic. And you know, what is it like to work on a game where the movie already had like great audio and all the things, you know? What was it like stepping into that?
It was challenging and inspiring. And
sure.
I never was too worried because we had a great team around us. And again, you know, you surround yourself with the right people like Richard and you know, I had Randy Eckhart, I had my audio team, the creative team around Eidos. And Marvel really supported us saying, make it your own, which I think really helped us kind of give it our own identity and to sort of have the just have the courage to kind of try and carve out our version of the Guardians, you know, which I think we did with the actors, with the writing, the music, everything. Like, you know, it was just one of those great experiences where all the elements kind of came together and I think created a really great experience for the player.
And Richard, what was it like for you to work on another just big iconic property? I mean, you know, everything from James Bond, whether it's Little Big Planet, I mean, you just name it. You've worked on some really huge titles. So what was this one like for you?
I think it was just simply the meeting of minds that when Steve and I connected back in 2017 and we knew what the project was, we really connected about what Guardians was going to be for ourselves, for our own universe. Like Steve said, you know, this game is set in our own universe, and it was really important that we connected on that level. So I think just beginning that journey back in 2017, creating original new themes for the game. There's no musical references to the MCU. It's just completely original. And yeah, I mean, it was just an amazing experience to be able to do that and to have the opportunity to create new music for the franchise. It was incredible.
And I think choosing that setting too of the 80s helped us have our own identity. And then all those 31 licensed tracks that are filled with like, you know, 80s great earworms and all kinds of fun stuff. So that helped as well.
Love it. Well, Richard, thank you always for the music, and Steve, thank you for your overseeing of all the music and any composition that you may have done for that. Just well done for both of you.
So much.
And such a nice treat to see you, Richard. And congrats on your
Thank you, Emily.
win.
Thank you, Emily.
Thank you very much. Appreciate
well
it.
done.
Cheers.
Up next, we're going to speak with Daniel from Ratchet & Clank. Ratchet & Clank also took a bunch of awards tonight. Well-deserved. I mean, what a great series is what I'm trying to say. Ratchet & Clank, very special place in my heart for sure. So Daniel, congratulations. What a project.
Thank you, Emily. Thank you. Yes, I'm still kind of can't believe that we won, and the team has been really happy and super awesome. And yeah, it just feels really great to be recognized like that.
And again, such an iconic series. So, I mean, what did it feel like for you to be part of the Ratchet & Clank team?
It felt really good. This was my first Ratchet & Clank game that I worked on, and I joined to lead that. I joined Insomniac to lead that, and it just, immediately it felt like something super special. Looking back at the whole history and kind of how we approached the whole development cycle with, making sure that we honor previous titles, but also, insert some new ideas into it. And it just felt like an incredible project to be a part of.
Absolutely. It's such a beautiful game sounding, and there's so much fun to play. And just congratulations again on your win. It was so much fun to see you keep popping up and saying thank you. So well deserved. Well deserved.
Yeah, thank you very much.
All right. Up next, we're going to speak with Joel from Halo Infinite, and another, again, these legacy series that we're seeing pop up with Ratchet and Clank, and even, of course, Halo as well. So we'll have a chat here with Joel from Halo Infinite. I think perhaps Daniel. We'll just keep talking to Daniel too. We could do that.
No, okay, now I can. Okay.
All right, thank you so much. And so yes, up next, Joel from Halo Infinite, and what an absolutely marvelous game. I mean, every time Halo comes out, you're just kind of on pins and needles, and you guys just knock it out of the park every time. So, Joel, congratulations on your work on Halo Infinite.
Thank you. Thanks very much. Awesome show tonight, by the way. Really well done.
Wonderful. I mean, you got to hand it to G.A.N.G. They've been at it for 20 years now. So
yeah.
So Joel, talk about your work on Halo Infinite.
I joined 343 about 3 years ago, a little over 3 years ago, as their music supervisor. And we wanted to do something with Halo Infinite. They wanted to work on Halo Infinite. And kind of like we talked about tonight in G.A.N.G, they wanted to see what new kind of up and comers were doing in the industry and who was around, and started listening to a lot of composers. And between Curtis and Gareth and Joel Corlitz, we really found a really unique team that I think is going to be making fantastic Halo scores moving forward.
Yeah, sorry, I had to unmute myself quickly. Sure. I should apologize about that. But yeah, I mean, what an amazing team to write on Halo. And again, you're tasked with finding someone who can take music that everyone knows and loves and make something new out of it, right? I mean, that's like you say, that's a challenge to find new people and make that happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, to kind of continue, a string of excellence, if you will, or to attempt, you're always trying to attempt.
Yes. So talk a little bit about what you found, other than, the obvious, what we just mentioned. What were some of the other unique challenges of being music supervisor for Halo Infinite?
I would say a lot of what we do for music, interactive music, is most of it's known now. So I would say a lot of the unique, two of the unique challenges were we have proprietary tool sets, and so we designed some of our own, rolled some of our own music systems outside of Wise, to do that. And honestly, the big one, and everyone can say this, trying to produce a score during a pandemic.
Yeah, right.
I mean, we were right on the bleeding edge of trying things, trying to record remote, trying to get people in a room again, trying to, it got very, that was probably the most stress I think I've had on a project, is just getting it done during those,
And when you said that you joined 343 3 years ago, I thought, wow, that's good timing, right? Because you must have been in the office for what? I mean, 6-8 months. I mean, how?
Yeah, about a year.
Yeah,
about a year. We were able to record one set of recordings. We were able to go to London and everyone was in person and kind of kick off the project, and then our next recording dates got completely blown out of the water.
Amazing.
And had to redo everything. It became really interesting.
Well, fine work on such a huge and amazing project, Halo Infinite. And Joel, thank you so much for everything you did on it, and congratulations on your award tonight.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
All right. Up next, we're going to speak with Fernando and David from Call of Duty Vanguard. And I'm going to save all my Call of Duty stories until they're in the room, because I've got some Call of Duty stories, I'll tell you that. But Call of Duty Vanguard, what an amazing project. And I said, because I knew you couldn't hear me, I had to save my Call of Duty stories till you were in the room. I was COD 4 all the way. Like I was COD 4. I'm Call of Duty in my heart. All the early ones anyway. I'm too old now. I think I can't keep up with the little ones anymore, and they're shooting me with their whatevers. So congratulations on your work on Call of Duty Vanguard, both of you. So talk a little bit about the work that you got to do.
Oh man, so it was an awesome project. It was we've been working on Call of Duty for a long time, but to be able to go back to World War II, which was fun for us, and there's all the challenges that are involved with that. We won for Foley night, and so to get a hold of all of the gear that was that was used is kind of tricky to get our hands on, but we know people, thankfully, and we're able to get our hands on that kind of stuff and do a lot of cool recording.
For sure, we try to keep it as authentic as possible.
Yeah, what were some of the more difficult finds for you?
Oh boy, I think I'll tell you the funnest session, or the funnest. The session we had the most fun doing was a Dauntless dive bomber that we got a hold of, and we were able to. We were able to get all the Foley in it. So first we did a bunch of flybys and stuff, which were really cool, and then landed, and we were able to mic up the whole thing and get recordings of the pilots getting in and out, and then pulling the tail guns out and moving those around. So that was all really cool stuff to get.
The canopy, like the latches and everything was really cool.
Nice. And what were some of the things that you couldn't get a hold of that you had to manufacture? If you don't mind giving away some of those secrets.
Oh boy, I think, a lot of, destruction is always a big manufactured,
I suppose.
And we have a lot of fun doing it, but obviously, as much as we'd like to take buildings down, that would be really exciting. But now we manufacture a bunch of that kind of stuff.
You just have like a demolition spotter, like there are tornado spotters. And
I know, right?
It's going to come down. They
exactly,
get out there with the mics. Well done. I really do love the franchise. It's so much fun, and I can only imagine how much fun it must be to work on Foley on it. And you did a great job. And congrats again.
Thank you very much. We shouldn't go away without a big shout out to Laura Bailey, and it was awesome working with her, and congratulate her on winning tonight for best voice performance. So.
Absolutely. All right. Well, Fernando and David. Yes, David, I got it. Yes. Good job to both of you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. And that's it. We're done with interviews for the night. Again, thank everyone for coming and watching and being a part of the 2022 Game Audio Network Guild Awards. Have an absolutely fantastic evening. Congratulations to all the winners, and of course to all the nominees as well. Everyone's so talented. It was an absolute pleasure to get to spend the evening with you. Thank you and good night.